Today, Kern County leaders announced a joint effort to put the brakes on illegal street racing and sideshows. 23 ABC's Taylor Levesque has more about proposed legislation that would provide more resources for law enforcement to hold offenders accountable. Taylor.
Unpredictable, preventable, and dangerous are three words Kern County leaders use to describe street racing. They say fatal crashes due to street racing increase over the summer months, and ultimately it's gotten out of control, which is why the group is banding together to enforce consequences and enforcement of illegal street racing.
A lot of these incidents often lead to violent collisions where not only are the participants getting injured or losing their lives, but spectators and innocent individuals. And I wanted to point out that each one of these crashes, whether someone's injured or loses their life, is 100% preventable.
Kern County leaders say illegal street racing and sideshows have increased.
In 2021, the CHP responded to more than 29,000 calls for service involving street racing and sideshows.
And has dangerously impacted the Kern County community.
We've seen assaults, robberies, crimes of violence, police officers being struck by vehicles, assaulted with bottles and rocks and various things at these events.
Which is why Assemblyman Vince Fong is stepping forward to combat the issue.
Just a few weeks ago, there were more than 300 cars who took over our streets. Many came from outside of our community. That's why I'm leading a bipartisan effort to secure an additional $5.5 million for the enforcement against illegal sideshows.
Fong says this measure and its funding, an expansion of last year's law, Assembly Bill 3, will also allow law enforcement and the courts to crack down on sideshows in parking lots with license suspensions and other tools necessary to save lives.
And there'll be $500,000 for a public education campaign to encourage young drivers not to participate in sideshow activities, street takeovers.
District Attorney Cynthia Zimmer says there will be consequences for offenders.
We are prosecuting people at this time who've engaged in street racing that resulted in the death of another for murder. Don't ruin your life. It is not worth it. And to the older people who know better, you should know better, because we're going to prosecute you to the full extent of the law.
The Kern County leaders are also asking the community to help out law enforcement. If you witness illegal street racing or sideshows, to call 911 and provide a description of the vehicle. In downtown Bakersfield, Taylor Levesque, 23 ABC, connecting you.